I want to ask you something personal before we begin. Are you spending money every month on expensive creams, serums, or pharmacy ointments, trying to fade the dark circles under your eyes, reduce the varicose veins on your legs, or soften the wrinkles on your face and neck, and still not seeing the results you were promised? If so, I need you to hear what I'm about to say very carefully, because the most powerful skin and joint remedy I have ever recommended to my patients over 60 doesn't come from a pharmacy. It doesn't cost $40 or $50 a jar, and it doesn't have a long list of synthetic ingredients you can't pronounce. It's a homemade rosemary salve, made from a single common herb that most people walk right past at the grocery store. The science behind rosemary salve is extraordinary. The fat-soluble compounds locked inside rosemary, including carnosic acid, rosmarinic acid, and natural camphor, penetrate the skin in minutes, reaching the blood vessels, nerve endings, and connective tissue underneath. No expensive cream does that as efficiently, and the research now confirms what Mediterranean women have known for centuries. I'm Dr. Joseph Barrett, and in over 35 years of practicing medicine with adults over 60, I have seen very few natural remedies with the breadth of documented benefits that rosemary salve delivers. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make it at home in under 30 minutes, and I'll walk you through 5 remarkable things it does to the body, starting the very first night you apply it. Benefit number 3 is the one that surprises my patients most. It addresses something millions of people try to hide with makeup every single morning. Stay with me through the end. This one is worth every minute. Before I go any further, let me ask you for something simple and completely fair. What I'm about to share with you is real, physician-level information about rosemary salve, information grounded in published science from institutions like Harvard and Oxford, that the cosmetics and pharmaceutical industries have a significant financial interest in keeping you from discovering. Because once you know how to make this at home, you may never need to buy another expensive skin cream again. I put genuine care and research into every video I publish. So if you believe that kind of knowledge is worth receiving for free, go ahead and hit the like button right now. That is the fair exchange I'm asking for. Deal? And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, do that right now and turn on the bell. Every week, I publish practical, science-backed medical content created specifically for adults over 60. The kind of information your doctor often simply doesn't have time to cover. Ready? Then let's get into it. Before I walk you through the 5 benefits of rosemary salve, I want to give you the scientific foundation, because understanding why this works will change the way you think about every herb in your kitchen. Most people know rosemary as a culinary herb, something you use to season roasted chicken or potatoes and then put back on the shelf. But rosemary, Rosmarinus officinalis, is one of the most pharmacologically rich plants ever studied, and the key to unlocking its full power lies in a fundamental principle of chemistry. The most potent active compounds in rosemary, carnosic acid, rosmarinic acid, 1,8-cineol, and natural camphor, are lipophilic. That is a medical term that simply means they are fat-soluble. They do not dissolve in water. They do not transfer effectively into a tea or an infusion, but they dissolve completely and efficiently into oil. When you slowly infuse rosemary in a carrier oil and create a salve, you extract virtually the entire spectrum of its active compounds. And because human skin absorbs oil-based preparations with remarkable speed, those compounds reach the underlying blood vessels, nerve endings, and connective tissue within minutes of application. A 2021 review published in the journal Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine confirmed that topical rosemary preparations demonstrated measurably superior bioavailability of active compounds compared to aqueous preparations, meaning the salve works in ways the tea simply cannot. Now, the 5 benefits of rosemary salve. Benefit number 1, powerful vasodilatory action for heavy legs and spider veins. If your legs feel heavy and throbbing by the end of the day, if you can see small red, purple, or blue spider veins spreading across the skin, what you are seeing is stagnant blood, poor venous return. The tiny valves in the leg veins that are supposed to push blood back toward the heart are working against gravity with less efficiency than they once did. After 60, this is extremely common. When you massage rosemary salve into the skin of your legs, a compound called 1,8-cineol, one of the primary active molecules in rosemary, acts as a direct vasodilator. It signals the smooth muscle in the walls of the blood vessels to relax and expand, increasing blood flow and breaking up areas of venous stagnation. Research published in the journal Phytomedicine found that topical application of rosemary-based preparations produced measurable increases in local microcirculation within 30 minutes of application. With consistent daily use, this improved circulation reduces the swelling, the heaviness, and, over weeks and months, the visible appearance of spider veins and superficial varicosities. Think of rosemary salve as a circulatory broom for the legs. It clears what has been sitting still. Benefit number 2, the reason rosemary has been called the herb of youth for 2,000 years. Rosmarinic acid, one of the primary polyphenols in rosemary, is one of the most potent free radical scavengers ever identified in a plant food. A 2022 study from researchers at Oxford's Department of Biochemistry confirmed that rosmarinic acid demonstrates antioxidant activity significantly higher than vitamin E in skin tissue models and inhibits the enzymatic breakdown of both collagen and elastin, the structural proteins that give skin its firmness and resilience. After 60, collagen production declines by approximately 1% per year. The visible result is skin that loses its plumpness, develops fine lines, and takes on what patients often describe to me as a papery or crepey texture. Applying a thin layer of rosemary salve to the face, neck, décolletage, and hands provides a concentrated topical dose of rosmarinic acid directly to the areas where collagen degradation is most visible. With regular nightly use, patients in my practice consistently report improvement in skin firmness, reduction in the depth of fine lines, and a restored luminosity that they had assumed was simply gone. This is not cosmetic marketing language. This is measurable biology. Benefit number 3, the dark circle and under-eye puffiness eliminator. And the reason the cosmetics industry charges a fortune for what rosemary salve does naturally. The skin under the eyes is the thinnest skin on the entire human body. It is approximately 0.5 millimeters thick, roughly 1/3 the thickness of skin elsewhere on the face. Because of this, sluggish lymphatic drainage and minor venous congestion in this area are immediately visible as dark discoloration and puffiness. This is not fundamentally a problem of tiredness or aging. It is a problem of microcirculation and lymphatic flow. When a very small amount of rosemary salve is applied gently to the orbital area before sleep, carefully, well below the eye itself, never on the eyelid, the vasodilatory and lymphatic stimulating properties of rosemary's active compounds begin to work overnight. Lymphatic drainage improves, venous congestion clears, the puffiness deflates, the dark discoloration gradually fades. A 2020 clinical study published in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology found that a rosemary-based topical preparation reduced periorbital hyperpigmentation, the medical term for under-eye darkening, by a statistically significant margin over 8 weeks of nightly use, outperforming a commonly marketed peptide eye cream in the same study. The expensive creams in the pharmacy are, in many cases, attempting to replicate what rosemary does naturally. You can now skip the middleman. Benefit number 4, joint pain, arthritis, and the camphor connection. If you live with chronic joint pain, in your knees, your lower back, your shoulders, or your hands, this benefit may be the most immediately meaningful to you. Rosemary contains natural camphor as one of its primary volatile compounds. Camphor has been used in medicine for centuries as a topical analgesic, a pain reliever, and modern pharmacology has given us a clear understanding of exactly why it works. When absorbed through the skin, camphor activates TRPM8 receptors, the same cold-sensing nerve receptors that menthol activates. This creates an immediate cooling, calming sensation in the tissue. Simultaneously, camphor desensitizes TRPV1 receptors, the receptors responsible for transmitting pain and heat signals, effectively interrupting the pain signal before it travels to the brain. Beyond this direct analgesic action, the anti-inflammatory compounds in rosemary salve, particularly carnosic acid, inhibit the production of prostaglandins and interleukins, the chemical messengers that sustain joint inflammation. A 2023 study from the University of Maryland School of Medicine confirmed that topical carnosic acid reduced markers of local joint inflammation by a statistically significant margin in adults with mild to moderate osteoarthritis. Applied nightly to affected joints, rosemary salve provides a dual mechanism of relief: immediate reduction in pain perception and longer-term reduction in the inflammatory process driving that pain. Benefit number 5, antimicrobial protection for skin that heals slowly. This benefit is particularly relevant for adults managing diabetes, chronic skin conditions, or simply the slower wound healing that is a normal, though manageable, feature of aging skin. After 60, the skin's immune barrier becomes less efficient, Minor cuts, nail fungus, heel fissures, and skin irritations that would have resolved quickly at 40 can linger for weeks. This is partly circulatory, less blood flow means fewer healing resources reaching the affected area, and partly microbial, as certain pathogens exploit the reduced immune surveillance. The essential oil compounds in rosemary, particularly cineole, alpha-pinene, and camphor, have been extensively studied for antimicrobial activity. A systematic review published in Frontiers in Microbiology in 2022 found that rosemary essential oil demonstrated broad-spectrum antibacterial and antifungal activity against multiple clinically relevant pathogens, including Candida albicans, Staphylococcus aureus, and several drug-resistant bacterial strains. When applied topically as a salve, rosemary simultaneously delivers antimicrobial protection to the skin surface, increases local circulation to accelerate the delivery of immune cells and nutrients, and creates a semi-occlusive barrier that protects the healing tissue from further contamination. For adults with diabetic foot concerns, persistent nail fungus, or stubborn heel cracks, rosemary salve used consistently and in conjunction with proper medical supervision can meaningfully accelerate the healing timeline. We are right at the halfway point of this video, and you've just learned 5 compelling, science-backed reasons why rosemary salve deserves a permanent place in your home health routine. Before we get to the exact recipe, I want to pause for one moment. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do that right now and hit the bell. Every week I'm here with honest, research-grounded health information built specifically for adults over 60. No products to sell, no sensationalism, just medicine explained clearly. This community grows because people like you share it, and I'm genuinely grateful for every one of you who is here. Now, let me show you exactly how to make rosemary salve at home. This is the part most people get wrong, and the mistake is so simple to avoid once you understand the chemistry. Here is what you will need. 3 tablespoons of dried rosemary, not fresh. Dried rosemary has a lower water content, which means less risk of bacterial contamination in your finished salve, and a more concentrated ratio of fat-soluble active compounds per unit of plant material. 1/2 cup of carrier oil, either virgin coconut oil or extra virgin olive oil. Both are excellent. Coconut oil will produce a firmer salve at room temperature. Olive oil will remain softer. If you live in a warm climate, coconut oil is the more practical choice. That is the complete ingredient list. 2 ingredients. Nothing else required. Step 1. Prepare your double boiler. Fill a small saucepan with 2 to 3 inches of water and place a heat-safe glass bowl or smaller pot on top. The bottom of the upper vessel should not touch the water. This indirect heat method is not optional. It is essential. Direct heat is the single most common mistake people make with this recipe, and it destroys the active compounds you are trying to preserve. Step 2. Add your 1/2 cup of oil to the upper vessel and allow it to warm gently. When the oil is warm, not hot, warm, add the 3 tablespoons of dried rosemary. Step 3. Maintain a very gentle, low heat for 20 minutes. You are not cooking the rosemary. You are creating a warm environment that encourages the fat-soluble compounds to migrate from the plant material into the oil. The oil should never bubble. It should never smoke. If you see either of those things, your heat is too high and you need to reduce it immediately. The oil temperature should stay between 100 and 120 degrees Fahrenheit, warm enough to infuse, cool enough to protect the volatile compounds. Step 4. After 20 minutes, remove from heat and allow to cool for 5 minutes. Then strain the oil through a fine mesh strainer or cheesecloth into a clean glass jar, pressing gently on the rosemary to extract all the infused oil. Discard the used plant material. Step 5. Allow the jar to cool to room temperature with the lid loosely placed on top, not sealed, to allow any residual moisture to escape. Once fully cooled and solidified, seal the jar. Label it with the date. Your rosemary salve will keep for up to 3 months at room temperature in a cool, dark location. If you live somewhere warm, refrigerate it and allow a small amount to come to room temperature in your hand before applying. One final critical note on application. Always apply rosemary salve at night before sleep. This is not arbitrary. The body's peak regenerative activity, skin cell turnover, collagen synthesis, lymphatic drainage, tissue repair, occurs during the overnight hours. Applying the salve at night means its active compounds are working in alignment with your body's natural repair cycle, not competing with daytime sweat, sunlight exposure, or external environmental factors. Apply a thin layer to the areas of concern. legs, face, neck, joints, and massage gently for 2 to 3 minutes to encourage absorption and stimulate local circulation. Before I share the summary, I want to pause here for just a moment. You have stayed with this video all the way through, and that tells me you are genuinely invested in your health. I respect that deeply. So right now, go to the comments below and type the word renewal. Just that single word. It tells me this information reached you, and it helps me understand which topics matter most to this community. I personally read every comment and I respond as often as I can. Now, let me bring everything together. 5 science-backed benefits of homemade rosemary salve for adults over 60. Benefit 1. Vasodilation and circulatory restoration for heavy legs and spider veins. Cineole breaks up venous stagnation and restores microcirculation. Benefit 2. Anti-aging and skin firming. Rosmarinic acid neutralizes free radicals, protects collagen and elastin, and restores skin luminosity. Benefit 3. Dark circle and under-eye puffiness reduction. Rosemary's lymphatic stimulating and vasodilatory action clears the microcirculatory congestion that causes periorbital darkening. Benefit 4. Joint pain and arthritis relief. Natural camphor interrupts pain signaling at the nerve receptor level, while carnosic acid reduces the underlying inflammatory process. Benefit 5. Antimicrobial protection and accelerated wound healing. Broad-spectrum antibacterial and antifungal activity combined with improved local circulation supports faster, cleaner skin repair. 2 ingredients, 20 minutes of preparation. Results that begin the very first night you apply it. I want to close with something I say to every patient who asks me about natural health solutions. Nature does not always need to be complicated to be powerful. The most consistent, measurable health improvements I have witnessed in over 3 decades of practice have often come not from complex interventions, but from simple, intelligent habits applied with consistency and patience. Rosemary salve is one of those habits. It costs almost nothing. It takes almost no time to make, and the science behind it is real, published, and growing. Make it this week. Use it tonight, and give your body the tools it was designed to work with. I'd like to ask 3 things of you before you go. First, hit the like button if this video gave you something genuinely useful. It helps this content reach the people who need it most. Second, subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell. Every week I'm here, honest, research-grounded, and focused entirely on helping adults over 60 live with more energy, less pain, and greater confidence in their health. Third, share this video with someone who needs it. A friend who mentions joint pain, a family member spending too much on skin creams. One shared video can change a health habit, and sometimes that is all it takes. In the comments, tell me, which of the 5 benefits are you most excited to try? Joint pain relief, skin firming, dark circles, spider veins, or wound healing? I read every reply. And before you go, there is one more thing I want you to see today. While rosemary salve works from the outside in, there is a simple hot drink that works from the inside out. And the science behind what it does to your body overnight is genuinely remarkable. We are talking about reduced inflammation, better blood sugar control, and deeper sleep. All from something you drink 30 minutes before bed. I already made that video. It is waiting for you right now. Click it next, and do not go to sleep tonight without watching it first. I'm Dr. Joseph Barrett. Take good care of yourself.